In the top left-hand corner of the map, mostly the left. I should say the left top-hand corner. It's not a corner. It's not. This is so not a corner. This is it would be a corner if it were a rhombus though, because rhombuses have no, actually I think they're not. No, they're not the same. I am right. It's a slanted square. They are the same length. Geometry, you slay me. The left-hand portion of the map, ladies and gentlemen, the green Terran player representing Karont3 Esports is Lucifron. He's facing off against his opponent down here in the bottom right. He's not Protoss, so I'm going to fix that real quick because he's Zerg and he's red. And he's random, but he's true is his name. And we are going to see if he can secure the lead once again by 2 points against Karont3 Esports' Lucifron. We were mentioning it earlier that Lucifron has to come out here and win 2. Just winning one match is not going to be so great for him. Now, Lucifron has a very distinctive play style in his Terran versus Zerg, and that is he goes for Hellions. So, wondering if True, getting picked here, is coming out in order to try to actually just be able to deal with the Hellion play that we know that Lucifron is capable of just killing Zergs outright with, simply put. So, what I was going to earlier is get your tickets to IPL 6, get your free $10,000 worth of stuff, and tune into DICE. That's going to be a great event this weekend, guys. I'm really excited to see the games. Scarlet, Illusion, you've got Grubby and Lucifron, actually, this player right here. They're going to be battling out for $10,000, and it's just the 4 of them, man. $5,000 to first, $2,500 to second. I think it is $2,000 to third and $1,500. Is that math right? It's not right. I don't know. The prize distribution is pretty substantial between the between each of the ratings, and I mean, you go there, you got a 1 in 4 chance of winning. Simply put, so these guys are absolutely gonna be playing at the top of their game because it's the easiest way to score 10 grand that you've ever been to in your life, and I'm anxious to see who it's gonna be. My bet is Scarlet, maybe, or Grubby. Grubby's so good lately. Hope you guys have been joining the commentary today. I'm Kibbles, K-I-B-B-E-L-Z. It's a huge pleasure to be casting for you guys. I joined the IPL. I actually saw people asking like who I was, which I I don't know if I should be surprised by or not, but been with IPL now since October 28th. It's my first day casting for them. I did Life versus Seed, actually, which was really, really a crazy game to cast for my first day at IPL. And now we picked up Tim Frazier. If you guys haven't found out about Robin, he's a great new caster working for IPL as well. You can follow him at IPL Robin on Twitter. And make sure you follow the IGNProLeague. We're kicking off this series here with I Am True versus Lucifron. True opened up with a 15 hatchery. He's now producing his first 2 Zerglings, 2 Queens on the way as well. And Lucifron is, well, at this point, has gone for a command center. 1 racks expand into a couple refineries here. You can see the timing on these was actually quite a bit different. Fun and neat trick about a refinery: if you arrive, after it's already built, so you didn't see the exact timing of it, click on a refinery. Now this refinery is missing, what, 170 gas. Now it takes exactly a minute for a refinery to mine 100 gas. Even pro players use that estimation, so it's like they use like 96 a minute. So you know that this refinery's been in existence for 2 minutes, and so you can look back at this and be like, all right, so they finished at about 310, and that would mean that they were started around 240. Super early refinery. This refinery, however, much later. You can see it's only been mining here for about a minute and a half, a little bit less than that. So that one was a little bit closer to drop to around the late 3-minute mark. And this will help players a lot if you get up this ramp with a Zergling, just like that. And so he gets up here, and now he's going to be able to see this refinery, though he actually, as you saw, had seen it earlier, so he was able to know the exact timing of it anyways. But if you arrive too late, remember, you can always click on those refineries and know the exact timing of them just by counting how much gas is actually missing. It's 100 a minute. So now looking, and it's actually really helpful too, if you think about how much gas they can, assume that they're spending all the gas, where is that gas going? So, he's mined 350, he's mined about 450 gas. So that's a lot of gas. He's either going to have a couple factories, he's going for upgrades, or he's going for something like Cloak Banshee, which is actually what's coming right now. But True should be clued somewhat into this, and I would not be surprised at all if we see, an Evo Chamber or a Lair in order to get Overseers on the field. out here in a second for True, because he absolutely should realize that this is a potential build out of Lucifron. So there it is, the Lair and the Evo Chamber both going to be started up just for safety's sake. And I would not be the least bit surprised either to see some... I mean, he's going to come in the back right now. He's not going to see any engineering bays, and even that might be enough information for him. Lucifron is coming in with some Hellions right now. Managed to kill off a creep tumor there. Very nice play. But this is the real story. This Overlord. Let's see if it gets in here and actually scouts this starport. It looks like it's going to be able to with pretty relative ease. Clicks on the barracks, nothing. Sees the starport, and he's going to see this tech lab researching Cloak, and now he knows. So there's the Banshee spawning. He actually didn't see the Banshee, it looks like, as the Marine will be now taking it out. But some Lynx coming in for a counterattack to deny this third that True knows Lucifron will likely be wanting to throw down. Actually, he's going to come into the natural instead, as the third has already been thrown down. True sees it right out here in the front, and he's just going to be able to actually come into the mineral line, as look how far away this bunker is. It actually can't protect the mineral line at all. So that bunker's in a little bit of trouble. Hellions are in the natural expansion right now, targeting down some queens. Didn't have enough energy for transfuse by 1 energy. He was at 49 and missed the transfuse on the other queen, and is now in a little bit of a tough spot. Spore Crawl is getting ready to finish up here. It is going to be a Spire, which is actually a great counter to this build, but that's a pretty late Spire for True, who's also on 3 bases. It's really, really a 2-base Spire. 2-base Muta is fantastic versus Hellion Cloak Banshee openings, but in this situation, he's going to be pretty late now. Hellions do get out of there. Did they get in a lot of economic damage? We can't say that they did. 4 workers. Banshee also gets taken out without the queen falling. And now we've got Lucifron in a little bit of a tough spot. He's lost a lot of money. He only killed 4 workers. He killed a lot of Zerglings and Queens, but there's still 3 Queens on the field for True. So Lucifron is, well, we'll see if he loses any Hellions here. No, Zerglings are picking off a couple of SCVs, actually reciprocating. Oh, I am completely wrong, guys. Excuse me. True has killed 7 workers. Lucifron only killed 1 with those Hellions running in. So a fantastic job here from True, holding off that damage from the Hellions, from the Banshees. Virtually nothing done at all, except for forcing out some Zerglings. And even those Zerglings were able to go in and make use of themselves, because the bunker positioning, which has been taken out now, by the way, was so awkward. The bunker was positioned up here. That's a great bunker for, like, roaches or something, but really bad for Ling Run buys, because they just come in your mineral line and there's nothing you can do. So Overlord now dropping creep over at the third of Lucifron. What we also love to see here is Burrow being researched. If we pull up that production tab, well, no Burrow on the way, because he's going Muta. And with Muta, you really want every single Mutalisk you can get until you basically break a page. Against Terran, once you break a page of Mutalisks, so that's 24, you can absolutely just keep a Terran in their base for frickin' ever. Anytime they come in, I mean, even with like mech and lots of Thor, it's very difficult. And you do typically... by the way, if you guys have been struggling against like mech and Thor builds lately, which is something that for the longest time, I just couldn't figure out like how with my playstyle to beat them. Broodlords and Queens. Broodlords and Queens, you just infinity transfuse your Broods, leave them sitting behind, and then just have, you know, your Broodlords just nom everything. And of course, Broodlords lose to Thor every day of the week, unless they have Queens. They infinity transfuse them. And it's just incredibly, incredibly effective. So True's getting in some damage right now with these mutas. He killed off a tech lab. He forced these structures to be lifted off, which, of course, wastes some of Lucifron's very valuable APM. He's sitting a good 60 lower than his opponent right now. But True is going to be switching over to Roach Tech. He's got Glee Reconstitution. There's the Burrow, which I just love seeing because I want to see a Burrow Zergling. And the Command Center is actually going to make its way over. He has not yet seen that there is creep absolutely everywhere. That's going to make him a little bit sad, because he can't use the Hellions, of course, to push back the Overlords. He'll have to bring the Thor. And that's really going to expose his main base. Actually, the Command Center is just taking some serious damage. I don't think he's going to be able to finish it. Yeah, he does have to retreat with the Mutas. But now as the Thor try to come down and actually push back this Overlord, the Mutas will be able to swing back into the main base, but he hasn't continued to grow this Mutalisk count, to be completely honest, so there's only 8 Mutas left. And actually, those are all the Mutas on the map, because he's just working on roaches right now. Lots and lots and lots of roaches. We'll see if True has what it takes. Cloak Banshee's coming in right now, scoring up some kills, actually. Let's take a look. Have we missed a lot of kills? I don't think so. 4 and 12, a decent amount, actually. So 9 workers have been killed by these Banshees overall. Muta's coming in right now. Well, that was kind of cool. Glaveworm kills the one Banshee, bounces onto the other one, kills that one as well. Lots of creep spread right now for True. And True is overall in the better position. If you're looking at these players and you're like, I can't really tell who's ahead right now, it's a little bit admittedly tough. but just through the general feel of the game, we could say that True's ahead at this stage because nothing that Lucifron has really gone for, all the money that he's invested into, you know, Cloak, Banshee, and Hellion run-bys, he hasn't done any real damage with it. True, on the other hand, has gotten in with Mutas. He's actually at this stage he's killed off less, but he's done a great job slowing things down. I mean, Lucifron just landed a he's landing right now a 14-minute, 30-second third base. True is securing his fourth. This is exactly what you want to be in as a Zerg player. And as a Terran, this is what you want to stop a Zerg from being able to do. Roach is coming in right now, killing off droves of SCVs, Hellions, you name it. He's killing it because Lucifron has next to no siege tanks right now. This is a fantastic play out of True. Now, Roaches in the end aren't all that incredible versus enough Thor, but the reality here is Lucifron doesn't have enough Thor. They're dying extremely fast, all the Thor dying off, and True could secure it right here. I mean, he's up 50 supply, he just killed every single Thor. He's bringing back in the Mutalisk. He's even got Corruptors here. I don't know what these are for. The Corruptors are just here for style. That's style points. And, I mean, at this point, Lucifron unsieging his tanks, coming forward. He has no way to kill these Roaches at all. 87 supply, guys, to 148. Fourth base going down for True right now. There's a couple of Roaches here that could actually be killing off these mules, but I don't think True's too worried about taking this game. It looks like Lucifron is going to fall as he has just lost far too much. Pardon that click. And these last siege tanks, the last bastion of hope, are not going to fall actually until the Mutalisks kill them off. There's no anti-air. I mean, this Thor is being constructed, but it's a mile and a half away. And that's a really long run when you're young. You know, I ran a mile in middle school, man, and it's at the end I collapsed and actually passed out because I pushed myself so hard when I crossed the finish line. I just my vision was actually black before I crossed the finish line, and then after I crossed the finish line, I collapsed onto the ground. I don't remember too much, but I remember that. These SCVs won't be remembering much as they're killed off by the Roaches, guys. Lucifron has no way to come back in this game. There it is, GG for Lucifron, and True is going to take Incredible Miracle to a 3-1 lead. Some really, really nice play. You know the worst thing in the world? You have a really, really dry throat, but you're solo casting, so you can't stop to drink because there's crazy action going on everywhere. I'm talking to the computer right now because I'm like, you had all that crazy action. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast today. IM is really, really coming out in good form, as we kind of expected. Their players have been on point as of late, but they haven't brought out the heavy hitters. Looks like we've got Giant going to be brought out next, actually, for Karont3 Esports. So maybe he'll be able to take down True. It's certainly going to be a tough match. So that'll be coming up next. 2-minute break coming your way right now. Why don't you head on over to that link that IGNProLeague is posting. Hold on. Let me think for a second. I'm watching this video from this side, so it's that way. Yes, it is that way on the screen. The chat. Let me check that chat and click those buttons. And I'm going to jump into chat and chat with you guys anyways during the break. But we'll be back in 2 minutes. See you on the other side.